Here are some of our butterflies. We woke up this morning and there was 2 butterflies. And a couple hours later, we realized there were 4 that have come out of their chrysalis. You can see one at the top right and very, very top left of the tent. And then there's one on the side of the lid over there. And then there's one directly in the center of the lid. Now there's one last chrysalis left. And we thought it might have been wiggling a little bit. So I'm going to try to see if I can get a position where you can really see inside here. Now, one of the butterflies earlier this morning was just flapping its wings, moving around. They look like moths almost when their wings are closed. But when they open them up, it looks just like the little pictures on the bottom of the tent floor. And something really cool we learned. You can see the one on the side of the lid. He was moving his little leg there for a minute. Something cool we learned. There is this red stuff that's dripped out. You can see it on the lid. There's a lot of it on the lid right there. You can see some of it off to the side of the tent. You can see some of it that's dripped down from this guy right here. It's on the edge of that little log lid holder. You can see like a drop right there from this guy that was up here that's dripped down. So I thought it looked like blood. So I was a little concerned. Oh, this guy's moving right here. And after I did some reading, I found out that when butterflies come out of their chrysalis, the way that they come out is they pump this fluid, this liquid, through their body. And the pumping of it is what causes them to swell up a little bit and burst out of their chrysalis. Now, when they get out of the chrysalis, the wings are very soft. And to make them hard, the butterfly needs to hold on to something and hold still for a few minutes, and it pumps this liquid through its body, and it goes through the wings, but it has to pump it really hard. It has to like push the liquid through really hard so it gets through all the little channels in the wings. Now those aren't veins, but it's kind of like what a vein does, but they're not veins. They're like little channels or little tunnels on the wings of the butterfly. And it needs the liquid in it so the wings can get hard, so that way the butterfly can use the wings to fly. They don't want soft wings when they're trying to fly. So what happens with the liquid after it's gone mostly through the wings, the butterfly's pushing the liquid through so hard in its body that it just kind of shoots out the leftover. And that's what you see dripping down there. And that's what kind of looks like blood. Now, you probably don't remember this, but when you were a baby and you were born, mammals actually do the same thing. They kind of get rid of this extra fluid, and it's the same name for a mammal as it is for a butterfly. It's called meconium. And your parents are probably saying, oh yeah, I remember it. But when you were a baby, probably your first baby poop was black and sticky and yucky, and that was the meconium coming out, just like these butterflies are doing. So sorry to gross you out, but I just found it really fascinating. I'm gonna try to zoom in on this one right here on the lid. Oh, they're just so beautiful, and their bodies they're just like this light gray color, but you should just see them when they open their wings. Oh, that one on the lid is moving. You see it? It's turning its little head. It's like it's turning towards us. Oh, it's exciting. I'm really, really, really hoping we can get this one coming out of its chrysalis on video. We thought we saw it shaking a little bit. It might have just been that butterfly kind of like on top of it that was shaking it, but what'll happen is it'll kind of shake a little bit and then it'll pop out. Now, I have to be honest, I did not see a single one of these come out of their chrysalis. I haven't even seen it live. I've watched a video on YouTube, and you can too, but I just really want to see it live. But now what's cool is These butterflies will stay in here for about 7 more days, so like another week, and then we can let them out in the wild. And I think it's to help their wings get nice and strong so that they can be strong flyers when they're out in the wild. And that one on the lid is just like poised there. It's just like stuck there like a statue almost, just posing for us. And earlier they were flying around in the tent. Like 2 of them were. There was 2 that were born, or they not born, but came out of their chrysalis early. Well, there was one first, and there was another one this morning. And then like a couple hours later, like I said, all of a sudden there was another one. Ugh, there's an ant in the background. Sorry. Oh, it's not doing anything yet. If we watch it long enough, maybe it'll start wiggling. All right, let me zoom out a little bit. Let's see what the other ones are doing. Not a whole lot going on. They were flying around earlier. They're not interested now. These 2 guys on the top, these are the ones that have been here for a while. The 2 that are on the lid, they're still resting, and they're still trying to harden their wings. But it looks like they've pushed out all that fluid, because I see a little puddle down below there. Below that guy, there's a puddle, and it looks like that red dot on the lid is like way bigger than it was before. Now you also notice we put the little flower thing at the bottom here. We put some drops of sugar water in there. You can even see some droplets. It's important, if you ever do this at home, not to put a container of sitting sugar water, because they can drown in it, because they're not the best flyers yet. And so we don't want them to get stuck in it or anything like that. So we just put a couple drops, and it's more like a spongy thing there. We haven't seen them eating from it, so I'm just curious what goes on when we're asleep. All right, well, I thought you guys would find that fascinating. I'm hoping we can get that last one on video. It will just make me so happy if we can. And I'm hoping they'll start flying around more in the next couple days. As they get stronger, I think they'll probably get more active. That's a prediction. What do you think?